All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Geometry. Hope you had a great weekend. We got some downtime, time to relax, do whatever you like to do. So, on your plate for this week is right in front of you classification of rigid motions. Again, it sounds super complicated and kind of in depth, right? But really, all it's saying is you're taking a shape, a figure, a point, whatever you're dealing with, and you're either moving it around the page or you could reflect it and kind of flip it over. But the two things you can't do is you can't make that shape or whatever you're dealing with, you can't make it larger or smaller. So you can't start off with a little baby triangle and make it bigger, right? Or vice versa. And the other thing you can't do is you can't change the angles. So if you start with something like I don't know, like a triangle that's equilateral, you can't all of a sudden end up with a triangle that looks completely different and change the angles of it. So that's the two stipulations for a rigid motion. It has to be basically the same exact thing. You could just slide it around the page, up, down, left, right, or you can reflect it. Like always, you have that support system with dealing, telling you what page we're on with the textbook, telling you what practice problems we're looking at. Which, just while I'm talking about that, I want to look in here because I think we might have skipped some. Nope, not with you guys. It must have been algebra 2. So I'll always annotate that. Like if there's problems that I don't want you to do because of like, I don't know, you don't have a calculator or you don't have a protractor or whatever. I'll put like 12 through 15 and then 17 through 21. So I'll annotate which ones I want you to skip. But it looks like we can do all these practice problems for this week. Um, and then obviously the extra practice, if you need more practice, I actually just got off, my algebra 2 um, Zoom meeting, and there were some people that just kind of needed some extra practice with problems. So we kind of opened this up and look at the, different problems that we could look at, just to get some extra practice and perfect our skills. Like we have every week, vocab and concepts and check-in. These two things will be due this Sunday by 11:59 p.m. You can see that due date right there, December 6th. So make sure between now and then you get this done. Let me kind of talk about something real quick too, because what I'm noticing, people that are struggling and kind of are almost running out of time at the end of the week with things, when I'm asking them, what are you doing after class? They're not using the rest of the class time to complete this work. So for example, we've only been in class for 2 minutes. It might take another few minutes. So let's say we're in class for 5 minutes today. The next 40 minutes shouldn't just be go back to bed or go get something to eat or whatever. It's just like if you're sitting in class, right? So make sure you're using the next 40 minutes after we dismiss class to work on math. That's like a dedicated time to give you to get this stuff done. So if that's the way your schedule is set up, please use the next 40 minutes to take care of math. That's a good idea. And then, as always, you got the solutions manual and the video tutorial. I've been talking with other people as well. The guy that actually, one of the last people I got off with for my Algebra 2, says that he typically doesn't watch the video tutorial. He'll just open up the solutions manual, and that's enough support for him to kind of get through these practice problems. And that's awesome. He kind of was hesitant to tell me that. And I'm like, dude, that's totally fine. You don't have to watch these things. This is just if you need help. So don't feel like you have to watch these, but if you need the help, if you have to, have a little bit more support, please use them or use one or both of them. It's completely up to you. This solutions manual, if you haven't looked at it yet, it's kind of like a step-by-step thing to kind of walk you through the problem. So this is really good too if you don't want to listen to my voice for 45 minutes or so. I don't blame you. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing, let people in that are late. Feel free to unmute yourself. I'll watch the chat box if there's any questions. All right, I'm not seeing anything yet. But like always, after every single Zoom meeting, I always hang back and talk with people or answer questions or whatever. So I will be here. If you have anything you want to hang back and work on a problem or just talk with me, please do so. Otherwise, we'll see you Thursday. Take care.
See you Thursday, Mr. Chapman.
Bye, Jose. You too, buddy. Hey, Sydney.